In this video, we will be discussing how to find the square root of a number using prime factorization. First, let us understand what is prime factorization. To understand this, you need to understand two things. One, what are prime numbers, and second, what are factors. Now first, let us understand what are factors of a number. A factor is an exact divisor of a number. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Let's take a random number 12. To get the factors of 12, we need to write 12 as a product of two numbers in all the possible ways. So how can we write this? 12 can be written as 1 multiplied by 12. The second way in which you can write it is 2 multiplied by 6. You can also write it as 3 multiplied by 4. There is no other way in which you can write 12 as a product of two positive integers. So this means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12 are factors of 12. So now that we know what factors are, let's move on to the second concept. Let's understand what are prime numbers. So, a prime number is a number that is divisible only by 1 and itself. Let's look at a few numbers and understand whether they are prime or not. First, let us look at 2. Now, how can you write 2 as a product of two positive integers? It can be written as 1 multiplied by 2. There is no other way in which you can express 2 as a product of two positive integers. So we can say that 2 is a prime number. Let's take another number, 3. 3 can be written as 1 multiplied by 3. Now there is no other way in which you can express 3 as a product of two positive integers. So we can say that 3 is also a prime number. Let's look at the next number, which is 4. You can write 4 as 1 multiplied by 4, but you can also write 4 as 2 multiplied by 2. So as the number 4 has factors other than 1 and itself, 4 is not a prime number. Which is the next number? 5. You can write 5 as 1 multiplied by 5. There is no other way in which you can express 5 as a product of two positive integers. So we can say 5 is also a prime number. Similarly, we can continue this. What about 6? 6 is not a prime number. 7 is a prime number. 8 and 9 are not prime numbers. And that is how the list goes on. So now we know what factors are, we know what prime numbers are. So what are prime factors? Prime factors are factors of a number which are prime numbers. Now let us see how to find the square root of a number using prime factorization method. Let's take an example. You need to find the square root of 256 using this method. Now, to do this, first you will write the number 256 here and draw two lines like this. In this column, you will write all the prime factors of 256. Prime factors means the factors of 256 which are prime numbers. Now if you look at it, 256 is divisible by 2, which is a prime number. So you write 2 here. Now 2 multiplied by 128 gives you 256. The next step what you do is you draw another line. Now 128 is again divisible by 2. So you write a 2 here. 2 multiplied by 64 gives you 128. You continue in a similar manner. So 2 multiplied by 32 gives you 64. Next, 2 multiplied by 16 gives you 32. 2 multiplied by 8 gives you 16. 2 multiplied by 4 gives you 8. And 2 multiplied by 2 gives you 4. This is where you stop when you get a prime factor here. Now how will you find the square root of 256 using this method? Now look at the number of 2's here. You have 8 number of 2's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 256 can be written as 8 times 2. So the square root of 256 is equal to the square root of 8 times 2. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now you have to make pairs or groups of two same numbers. So this can be our first group, this can be our second group, this can be our third group, and this can be our fourth group. So you have basically formed pairs of the same numbers. Now once you form pairs of same numbers, what you have to do is pick one from each pair. So from this pair you will pick a 2. From this pair you will pick a 2. From this you will pick another 2. And from the last pair you will pick a 2. So once you pick a number from each pair, you have to multiply them. So this will be 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, which will give you 16. So the square root of 256 is equal to 16. This is your answer. Let us look at one more example. Let us find the square root of 225 using this method. So to do this, you write 225 here and draw two lines. Now in this column, you write all the prime factors of 225. Now we know that 225 is divisible by 5. So you write a 5 here. 5 multiplied by 45 gives you 225. Now 45 is not a prime number. So you continue this. 45 is again divisible by 5. So you write a 5 here. 5 multiplied by 9 gives you 45. 9 is again not a prime number. So you continue this. 9 is divisible by 3. So you write a 3 here. 3 multiplied by 3 gives you 9. Now 3 is a prime factor. So you stop at this stage. So we can say the square root of 225 is equal to the square root of 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. So this is equal to 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now at this stage, you form pairs of two similar numbers. So this is one pair and this is the second pair. Now from each pair you take one number. So from the first pair you can take out 5 and from the second pair you can take out 3. and you multiply this. So 5 multiplied by 3 gives you 15. So we can say the square root of 225 is equal to 15. This is the answer. So this is all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.